Hey everyone. My name is Conor Foran. I, I, I hope you're all well and enjoying the days so, so far. I found the previous talk really interesting because it nicely links into what I'll be talking about this afternoon, which is linking with like reading, writing, expression, um, and yeah, which will kind of become clear as I talk about this Dysfluent magazine and the Making Waves Stammering Pride flag. So I'm the founder of of this of Dysfluent, which is a creative and collaborative practice about stammering. I'm from Ireland originally, but I'm based in London in the UK. I'm delighted to be here with StutterFest. I see a lot of familiar names and faces, which is really, really nice. So thank you for being here. And I'm excited to share more about Dysfluent, about stammering, about creativity, and I hope by the end of the talk you'll be able to see how the idea of stammering pride weaves throughout all the creative work that you'll see on the following slides. So under the name Dysfluent, I collaborate with a lot of people to make loads of different kinds of projects, such as a font, a magazine, posters, sculpture, merchandise, a flag, a billboard, and more. And through these different mediums, Dysfluent explores how stammering intersects with art, design, disability, aesthetics, activism, politics, writing, academia, poetry, and loads of other things. And I've been really lucky over the past few years since these projects have began, that I've worked with loads of people from around the world, and including people who stammer, speech and language therapists, activists, artists, yeah, just loads of amazing people, really. But for today, I'm just going to talk about the magazine and the flag. And this is going to be dependent on stammer time, of course, so I'll see what I can squeeze in. But yeah, so without further ado, I'll start with the magazine. So with any of the Dysfluent projects that I've done, there's been so many people behind them, and that's really important to me, that I do kind of state kind of like all the people that have been interviewed or that have helped in the production of the magazine, or even like the mentors and the people that have supported me. So yeah, there's a big list of names here. So thank you to everyone. So basically, this Dysfluent magazine is a magazine about stammering, made by people who stammer, and features people who stammer and their allies. And Dysfluent issue 1 was published in 2019, and it was an introduction to what it means to be a person who stammers. And like at the time, I really didn't expect the response that it got, and I've been really I'm really grateful for all the support it's gotten throughout the years. The printed version of issue 1 is sold out, which is both kind of sad and amazing. But there is a digital PDF available on the website, which I'll share the links at the end of the presentation. But basically, the main idea behind the magazine is that it uses a custom font that I made called Dysfluent Mono. So this is kind of a close-up of the magazine, and you can see how in the body copy, like the paragraph text it basically uses this font that will repeat and stretch its letters and have gaps in the text, and this is used to expressively like represent the person's voice. And in issue 1, I think there was 6 people that I interviewed who stammer, or maybe 5. I actually can't remember now. I think it was 6. But it was a really, really special issue because it was like mainly with like loads of like Irish people who stammer, because back then that's where I was based. So and like while I don't feature in the magazine, I'm still a big part of it in terms of like the first people that I met in like my life like were these people. So whenever I look back on the magazine now, it is really special to have these conversations documented. But yeah, just in its terms of the font, I think this like simple system of like of repeating letters and stretching letters, it basically just aims to represent the voice of the person in a proud way, because we really don't see this experience of stammering in the world, like whether it be in print, like or on radio or TV, where you do just see the stammer for what it is. And yeah, so this interview actually with James Connolly, he was the first person who I'd ever met who stammered. So basically, like what Rohil was saying in the previous talk, how like this became a form of self-therapy for me, because I was spending a lot of time like with like writing and editing and speaking like with all these people. So it has definitely helped me over the years spend more time with myself and my speech. And while it was only 60 pages, it really gets to the core of what stammering is about in everyday life. So it has really like honest conversations and questions about if you're going to therapy and if you change, then what does that mean? And if the stammer changes, does it mean that you change? Or like if like if you accept your stammer, does that mean you have changed? And all these kind of nuanced questions. But it also kind of pokes kind of fun at the honest experience of stammer, like the hardship and the struggles, but also the humor of having stammers. Like we all have stories, so I think it was a nice way to kind of document those as well. So last October, this second issue came out, and this one was just about the topic of stammering pride, and the blurb of the magazine reads: "Stammering pride has emerged as a compelling movement in the cause for self-affirmation, dignity, and equality for people who stammer. But what does it mean to be proud of something you associate with struggle and pain?" The the magazine the magazine includes interviews with loads of amazing people from around the world who stammer, like or are doing amazing work in the stammering communities, such as Patrick Campbell, Penny Farrell, Crystal Hubert, Maya Chupkov, Puneet Singhal, Jerome Ellis, amazing people really, and I'm really grateful that they're part of this issue. So from a design perspective, I really wanted to kind of ask the question, like, what does or could or should a magazine that stammers looks like? So with the cover, I really wanted it to feel like a proud and special like book, or even like a piece of art by itself. So the cover will unfold, and basically the quote on the cover in the blue text reads: "The prouder I get, the more change happens." And this is adapted from one of the interviews in the magazine. And I really liked this idea of expressing the dichotomy of stammering pride, where we want to be proud of it and be happy and stuff like that. But then in the background, it is hard to look past all the moments of pain and and struggle and stigma. So then in amongst the kind of the letters, there's smaller text there that reads, I still struggle to talk about it. I see shame in my stammering. Those kind of statements that reflect an inner dialogue. So I really wanted the magazine to not just be a simple, oh, stammering pride is great, blah, 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 but rather there is a deeper story there. Like issue 1, it's mostly a collection of interviews with people who stammer, and that means that I recorded each interview, and then whenever they would stammer, then like I would use the font to represent their voice. But also in the middle of the magazine, there's an entire section just dedicated to stammering art, and that's where you can find work by Paul Aston, Jerome Ellis, Audra Folovich, and Willemine Boakes, who makes amazing stammering comics under the name Just Stutter. And this was really important to me, to give space to stammering art, because I believe in art and expression as a catalyst for changing views and opinions, and really just understanding things like stammering in a different way. So that brings me on to the flag, which of course is just another way of expressing yourself, and being unified under a symbol. So this flag, of course, you can see the names of the people that have been involved in the project too. So this flag was made by 7 people who stammer from around the world, including me, and was made in late 2022. And this is a photo of one of the team members, Ramdeep Roman, and he's waving the flag on Hadrian's Wall in the UK. And we basically got together because we really wanted some kind of symbol for the ideas of stammering pride that we believe in so much. And like all pride movements, they really need some kind of like a flag, a shape, a color, just so then like other people who might believe in the symbol, I will also kind of feel like they can be part of the conversation. So we worked as a team to identify like different values that we felt were pertinent to the idea of stammering pride, and they were community, nature, and liberation. And in terms of the design, we were aware that the sea green color that's been used by the stammering community worldwide since 2009. So we really wanted that there. But then we introduced an ultramarine blue as kind of symbolizing energy and passion and progress. But also the main part of this is the wave motif, which for us symbolizes stammering as a natural period phenomenon. And this idea of linking stammering with water has like already been explored by loads of amazing people in the stammering world, like Jordan Scott and Sydney Smith. Like they are Canada-based children's book author and illustrator, and they made this amazing book called I talk like a river that came out in a 2020, I think. But in that book, Jordan Scott relates water as being as natural as like the calm creeks or the whirling waves of the river, which we thought was a really beautiful metaphor. And also from Ellis, who's part of the flag team as well. He's also done really amazing work investigating in a poetic way the link between water and stammering. So we really felt that a natural shape and motif felt like right here, especially because we wanted to move away from like basically like visual stereotypes like of mouths and maybe like a tongue or like kind of speech bubbles, like which can be quite harmful representations of stammering. So basically then we made a really big version of the flag with one of my friends who's a textile artist, and that was really fun to actually make the thing by hand. And then we used this last year for the first Stammering Pride March, which happened in London. I think it was last August. And the next one will be at StutterFest in August in Nottingham. If anyone is going to be there. But yeah, the flag has been a really special project, and it's been really amazing seeing how people have embraced it around the world. And like it's run in marathons, it's been used in classrooms, it's been used by kids. It's been it's been everywhere, like really. So we've also got really good news that the shop is back live again after months of being down, because like it is a lot of work to get the products up there and stuff. So if you want one now, you can buy one. So in terms of the links, these are links, so you can go to the Dysfluent website and then you can go to the flag shop that way. But also you can use a discount code Stutter20 on the magazine shop, which includes posters as well, for 20% off if you want to buy a magazine. So yeah, I actually don't know if there's much time for questions, but I think there's 2 minutes left. So if there's any questions, maybe in the chat, maybe I can answer them. But yeah, thank you very much, everyone, for listening. And have a nice rest of your day.
Definite round of applause for Conor. Conor, this project was just a labor of love, and the effects have been felt around the world. I see that flag everywhere.
Oh, that's so nice, Tom. Thank you so much.
I mean, I see people running marathons with it around their back, and everyone's holding it top of all the landmarks and everything. It's really amazing. It's really amazing.
Thank you so much. I even spotted there in the back of Deborah's video thing. Yeah. It's so nice. It's so nice.
Awesome.
Thanks, everyone.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Round of applause for Conor, please.
Thank you.
Okay, next up, we have a video from With VR, and Marvin's loading it now, and it's the Gareth has been at every single StutterFest, but he's got some family things going on. Nothing serious, all good, and he sent us a video to play today, so we're getting ready to play that. Gareth does a virtual reality with stuttering therapy, and he's truly a pioneer. So we're getting that video ready to play, and in the meantime, okay, by a show of hands, who in the session has seen the Stuttering Pride flag? By a show of hands, if you've seen it somewhere on social media, I mean, look, it's like everybody. I mean, you created something that has affected like everybody. I mean, it's just an amazing look. Everyone's hands.
I don't know. I think even like as the project, just because of course it wasn't just me too. It was like 7 of us, but it was a really amazing process, and we all enjoyed it so much that when we made it kind of just as the flag that we wanted. But it's been amazing seeing how like loads of other people have embraced it. So yeah. Thanks, everyone.